What if I told you one dog has a chance to outpick two coaches in baseball and softball games today? Stick around because my dog Slade makes his picks debut here on the Coach's Corner, and I'm not sure if we're ready for him. Welcome to the Coach's Corner, everybody. I'm Coach Herb, joined as always by the man, the myth, the co-host, Coach Lenz. How you doing today?
Oh, Coach, fantastic. I'm a little sad that we don't have any basketball today, but excited for the Spurs to be in the Western Conference Finals starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Texas Tech Lady Raiders came back down 8-0
Texas Tech
yesterday, hit a grand slam to tie it, and then ended up winning, I think, in overtime against Ole Miss.
One of the best teams money can buy.
You know it. So.
All right. Well, we're coming to you today from one of San Antonio's crown jewels, McCallister Park. Coach Lenz, set the scene for us.
All right. Well, before we get into the action, we always like to honor the ground we're standing on. We're at McCallister Park. It has a story worth telling. It is one of San Antonio's largest and most beloved public parks, spanning over 900 acres on the city's north side. That's a lot of acres.
That is.
Named in honor of a prominent local family, the park has served as the San Antonio community for decades as a gathering place for families, athletes, and nature lovers alike. The park is anchored by the McCallister Lake, a peaceful reservoir that draws anglers and wildlife watchers year-round. The ground includes miles of hike and bike trails, picnic pavilions, youth sports fields, and some of the most scenic open green spaces in Bexar County. Historically, the park's land traces back to the sprawling ranch lands that define this region of South Texas, and it stands today as a testament of San Antonio's commitment to preserving green spaces within a rapidly growing urban environment.
I tell you, it's hard to imagine a better backdrop for talking Texas high school sports. This park's seen a lot of community moments. Little League World Series participants, current college athletes, and today we're adding one more event here with the Coach's Corner coming.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's get into it. The softball regional finals are in the books, and there are some big games across our coverage area.
Yeah.
So, Coach Herb, let's break these down one by one.
All right, let's start with East Central versus Buda Johnson. In a one-game playoff, Buda Johnson beat East Central 6-4 to advance to the state semis.
It's tough.
I went over to the NAISD Field 2. It was electric. I was in the crowd for the game, and check out these stands. All right, Johnson got the scoring started in the first inning, played and won. Then East Central's leadoff hitter, Ava Pacheco, blasted a home run over center to tie the game. In the second inning, the Hornets' leadoff batter, Rihanna Cuellar, belted another bomb, taking the lead 2-1 for East Central. But Johnson stayed composed and had a 5-run inning to go up 6-2.
Yeah, and Johnson's pitcher, Bridget Alvear, was dominant, pitching a complete game. So the Jaguars got their revenge from the regular season, and what an incredible matchup. Congrats to the Jaguars, and the young East Central team will be back next year.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah. All right, well, and then our next game, we had Smithson Valley versus Leander. Leander sweeps to advance.
Yeah, the Lions pounced on the Rangers early and never let up. Their dominance was really something to see.
Yeah, the Lions looked really strong. That being said, we'd like to thank the Rangers softball team for their incredible season. They showed what kinds of big things can happen when you play together and have a lot of fun out on the field.
You could tell they have fun out there.
Yeah.
All right, the next one was Liberty Hill versus McCollum. And Liberty Hill won a one-game playoff to advance again. Liberty Hill once again showed their experience in that spotlight. They stood tall in the biggest of times.
Yeah, Coach, they did. Again, for the Cowboys, what a fun season. The furthest the Harlandale ISD school has gone in quite some time. So you have so much to be proud of, and we're looking forward to covering you again next year.
Yes, sir.
Next, we've got Gonzales versus Calallen. Calallen wins a one-game playoff.
I tell you, a tradition of excellence continues at Calallen.
Yeah, they're just playing good. That's all we have to say about that.
Yeah. All right, our final matchup that we were going to talk about is Wimberley versus Ingleside. But this series is tied 1-1, and the third game's not until Monday, and we're filming on a Sunday morning, so good luck to both squads.
Yeah, thank goodness. One less game to have to pick.
Sorry to interrupt our regular programming, but did you know that the Alamo City Sports Network has resources for coaches, athletes, and parents? Visit our ACSN digital store for motivation, mental challenges, practice organizers, and actual scripts for communications between coaches and parents. The link's in the description below. Check it out. There's freebies and paid products. Support your local sports coverage. Shop the ACSN digital store today.
All right, welcome back. Now let's turn to baseball. The regional semifinals just finished, and we've got 8 great matchups to cover across our area.
8 games, buckle up.
Our game 1, Buda Johnson versus Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge sweeps and advances.
Hey, Cedar Ridge has been there and done that before. It showed.
Yeah, they look incredibly strong right now.
Yep. All right, the next matchup was Laredo United South versus Lake Travis. And Lake Travis wins in 3 games. United South really put up a fight in this one, I would say.
Yeah, they definitely did. You know, the Panthers got hot right at the right time, and they just didn't have the depth on the mound needed to beat Lake Travis.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Champion versus Palmview. Champion sweeps and advances.
Hey, I tell you, after a tough battle against the Southwest Dragons in the previous round, the Chargers' bats came to life against Palmview, scoring 10 runs in both games.
Yeah, that is true, but how about that pitching? You know, only giving up 1 run total in the 2 games. Let's go Chargers.
Electric. Okay, our next matchup is Liberty Hill versus Sharyland. And Sharyland wins in 3-game series and advances. Now, that's 2 excellent baseball traditions right there. It's a shame anyone really had to lose that one.
Yeah, true, but Sharyland earned it. So great series of well-played baseball. Next, we've got Fredericksburg versus Calallen. Calallen sweeps and advances.
Hey, Coach Chapman really has the Cats hitting on all cylinders. I saw this game at Northside ISD Stadium, and they started slow but exploded. Calallen put up 11 runs in both games.
A lot of runs. Yeah, I guess tradition really does rise to the top. You know, they've only lost twice all year.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Davenport versus Tuloso-Midway. Davenport won a hard-fought 3-game series and advanced. Now, let me talk about this one real quick. Coach Moody at Tuloso-Midway had his Warriors ready to play. Davenport had their sticks get hot at the perfect time. It was particularly the All-State third baseman Barrett Fallon. In Game 1, he hit for the cycle, a home run, a triple, a double, and a single. An incredible feat for anyone, let alone a high school player.
Yeah, for sure.
Then in Game 3, he hit another 3-run bomb.
Yeah, and they weren't too shabby on the mound either. So it's not really fair for the other team when they bring their play fair kid to the mound. You know, the Wolves are on pretty hot right now.
Fair, play fair. I got you.
All right, next we got Floresville versus Robstown. Floresville sweeps Robstown to advance.
Yeah, it's a great job by the Tigers. Coach Salazar really has them believing. The Tigers steamrolled the Cotton Pickers this week.
Yeah, the Tigers weren't intimidated at all by the Robstown and their deep history in baseball.
Yeah. Okay, the final matchup is Wimberley versus Sinton. Wimberley sweeps Sinton to advance. I'm not shocked that Wimberley had enough to beat Sinton, but I'm shocked on the way that it happened. Sweeping the Pirates is no easy task ever. The Texans are the real deal.
Yeah, that's right. And last week we mentioned that Pirate tradition and Coach Adrian Alanis' legendary status. The Texans put all that behind them and took care of business.
Yeah. All right, a quick message from your coaches here. The Coaches Corner is looking for business sponsors. If you're a small business owner, especially right here in our community, we'd love to partner with you and get your name in front of our audience. Reach out to us directly. Send us a message on our brand new Facebook page, ACSN. That's all it is, ACSN on Facebook. All you viewers jump on and follow us. We'll post interviews in our schedules for the week there. You'll get some insider info. Hey, support local sports, support local business. Let's grow this thing together.
All right, welcome back.
Hey, before we move on to our picks for this week, let's take a look back at the previous week's picks.
Good idea.
Currently, I'm unbeaten in our prediction segment.
Oh, well, you know, that doesn't look like it will be changing. Looking at the results of this past week, let's just get into it. I got 5 correct and 7 incorrect, and I still have 1 outstanding game.
Yeah, I got, just so we know, 8 correct, 4 incorrect, and that 1 outstanding game that we're not going to be able to do. Looks like I win again. Oh, I'm not rubbing it in again. I'm sorry about that, but I'm still your reigning, defending, undefeated picks champion. That's me, Coach Herb.
Yeah, we'll see about this week, though. I've got a ringer, you know, a guest picker to help, you know, knock this guy off.
Yeah. Okay, now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, this week's Bracketology, and we do have a guest picker coming in.
That's right, the newest member of the Coach's Corner team. His record speaks for itself. He has never made a bad decision when it comes to snacks, and we're told his instincts are elite.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his inaugural Coach's Corner appearance, please welcome Slade, my dog, my guy, my best friend.
All right, let's
I think he's ready to make some picks.
All right, well, let's get into it. So Coach Herb and I will each give our pick, and then Slade gets to make his call.
All right. So matchup 1, we have 6A Division I softball. It's Buda Johnson versus Pearland. I'm going to jump in here first. Pearland's record kind of speaks for itself at 33-5. They play high-level softball. I'm going with them.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Buda Johnson. They just took out East Central, and so since they took out the team I was going for, now they've got to win it all. Let's go.
All right, okay, Slade, you're up.
Well, looky there. Slade picked just like his owner.
Yeah.
All right, so next we've got 582 softball, Liberty Hill versus Lake Creek. I'm going with Liberty Hill. Look at Buda Johnson once again. Liberty Hill just beat McCollum. If McCollum can't win, then the team that took him out ought to.
All right, well, once again, let's just look at the record. Lake Creek is 37-1. How can I pick against a squad like that?
It's easy. You just pick the other team.
Nah. I like to win. Oh, okay.
All right, well, Slade, you're up again.
Well, so Slade picks Liberty Hill.
Attaboy.
All right, in our matchup 3, it was going to be Wimberley or Ingleside versus the other one, but they're not playing until Monday to finish this past round, so we're not even going to pick for this one.
All right, so matchup 1 for baseball, we've got 5AD1, Champion versus Rouse.
Woo!
And my heart wants to say Champion, but my head is saying Rouse. And so I'm going to follow my head here. You know, it's the #1 team in the state. I think they're going to get it done.
I get you, but this matchup has me thinking about it. Rouse, like you said, was the #1 team in the state. They've been rolling over everyone. They've already beaten a team from Champions District in Smithson Valley in these playoffs. But Champion's gone through some struggles and come out on the other side feeling pretty good. Coach Woodchick has guided these boys through all that. The Chargers have proven they can step up against great squads already. Kind of talked myself into this, I think, so I'm going with the Champion Chargers in an upset.
All right. Well,
Slade, what about you, buddy?
yeah. Buddy, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. All right, and then matchup 2 for AD2, we've got Floresville versus Wimberley. Once again, my head is saying Wimberley, but my heart is saying Floresville. This time, though, I'm going with my heart, Floresville Tigers, to get it done.
All right, I think this one's a little bit tougher than you think. Floresville's caught fire coming down the stretch. Coach Salazar has done an amazing job with these young men. Wimberley, on the other hand, has been a proven commodity all year, like you've been saying. They come off a huge series sweep, and the Texans are riding high. I'm going with Wimberley.
All right.
Slade, what do you got? All right, our next matchup is 4A Division I. It's Calallen versus Davenport. This matchup's another tough one for me. Seeing Calallen play in person this week showed me what they really have. What stood out to me was the arms that program consistently has every year, year after year. The Game 1 pitcher that I saw was a lefty who topped out at 90 with good command of his off-speed stuff. At the plate, they got off to a slow start, but ended up hammering 11 runs in both games that they played. Davenport has good stuff on the mound also, and they pounded out a ton of extra base hits. Calallen's only lost twice this year, but I'm saying that they're going to lose 2 times in this one series, and Davenport takes it.
Coach, it's a great pick, but I think Calallen's about to get it done, unfortunately. Davenport's had a great season, but like you said, Calallen's just too good. So.
All right. What do you think, Slade? Hey, wait a minute here, Slade. You're not even going to back your Wolf ancestors? All right, in our final matchup, we're adding one. It's a 3A Division II game, Jourdanton versus Orange Grove. So, Jourdanton's done a great job in all the sports this year. To me, I got to pull for them to beat a tough Orange Grove squad.
Yeah, well, so when I was looking at this, I saw Orange Grove, and all I could hear was the Doobie Brothers, China Grove in my head.
A good song.
A great song. And so it made me instantly want to go with Orange Grove, though. So I'm going with the Grove.
All right. Now, Slade, you sticking with me on this one, buddy? What do you think?
Attaboy. He's sticking with me on this one. I like it.
All right, Slade, for your first time out here, you didn't really look nervous at all.
Yeah, I think he was born for this. Somebody get that guy a contract.
Before we finish this episode, I want to take notice of the QR code up at the top. It's a Buy Me a Coffee link. It really is a way that you can support the work we do here. Every donation to us always pays for gas as we travel to these different sites. It lets us get a snack or every once in a while grab Slade some treats maybe. We appreciate anything and everything you can give. We look forward to continuing to serve the San Antonio high school sports community. Now back to your regular programming. All right, welcome back. Hey, I got a great idea before we get going. Let's take a peek at what's on the horizon for the Coach's Corner and the Alamo City Sports Network family.
Yeah, you know, the spring season and school, for that matter, is winding down.
Right.
We're going to shift gears in a big way. All right, so first we're going to add a segment where we rank the 2025-2026 top 5 athletic programs in the local 6A to 4A classifications.
Right.
We developed a point system for the sports we covered:
football,
volleyball, girls and boys basketball, boys and girls soccer, baseball, and softball. And we concluded that conclude that with an episode where we feature the top 3 overall programs, no matter the classification.
Yeah, and next, coming up this summer, we'll be taking a deep dive into the summer workout programs from all the schools across our coverage area. We'll see how teams are preparing, what coaches are emphasizing, what it takes to get better in the off season.
And of course, football season previews are just around the corner. We'll be breaking down teams across the area as they gear up for the fall. Lots to look forward to.
Hey, and don't sleep on volleyball. We're going to have volleyball previews come in as well as these programs ramp up their preseason. It's going to be a busy summer at the Coach's Corner, so stay locked in with us.
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Coach's Corner. On behalf of Coach Herb, our first ever guest picker, Slade, and the entire ACSN family, we thank you for watching.
Yeah, keep supporting your local athletes, your local schools, and your local businesses. It all matters. We'll see you next time. Until then, this is the Coach's Corner on Alamo City Sports Network. Real coaches, real sports, real San Antonio.
And don't forget, go Spurs go,
Yeah.
and keep it classy, San Antonio.